Okay, we're going to make something that is somewhat inspired by our good friend Angie. Where is Angie? Angie, are you okay? What are you doing? Did you have too much holiday cheer? Um, Too much, what do they call, making merry on the Christmas Carol the next morning when he gets in trouble for being late, and Scrooge asks where you were, and he's like, we're making merry, whatever it was, the night before, and it doesn't really mention the fact that he got a big goose, the biggest goose in the market. I'm gonna pause this. Now let's do it. Yeah, I'll pause for 1 second. Okay, we're back. I already put the kitties away because when we're going to cook with beef or cheese and we use both, it's time they go nuts. But anyway, maybe they were out making too much merry. Where is Angie and where is Polly? They're both in with a kind of a IE or Y sound, Angie or Polly. Where are those two ladies? One eats a lot of protein. One loves high protein, full fat, low carb. That would be Angie. And Polly, she just loves to eat eggs and bacon and give me a side of a full pig and 2 dozen of eggs and of course 2.5 pounds of butter, and that's a typical meal for that Polly's podcast. Go back there and check it out. I was saying this earlier, if you are a female, you may find some information over there that I may not cover because I may not know. So my situation here is more of they call it across the board. In casting, it's called across the board casting. It means we're doing everything to cast the movie, the production, the TV show, the commercial. But anyway, so we're going to make today a Burgerdilla Supreme. Some people have made the Burgerdilla, but what they do is just make a quesadilla and they throw a burger patty in there. Well, that's a Burgerdilla. Then if you make one with chicken, is that a chickendilla? You make one with bacon, it's bacondilla. So that's not really that exciting. We're going to make it a little bit better, a little bit bigger. This is going to be the Supreme. This will be probably, let's see here, 2, 4, maybe about 8 grams of carbs, 8 net grams of carbs. That's 4 net grams for the tortillas, and then the cheese, it's not net, that's a total of that. So, but it all works out about 8 grams. We're going to be making this, and then we'll have that out for you tomorrow. It is Monday night. And it's a couple days after Christmas. Hopefully you had a very nice Christmas. So we're going to make the Burgerdilla Supreme. I'm going to go ahead and flip it around. No further ado, or whatever it is. We can always say, whatever that means. So let me go ahead and pause this and we'll flip it around. Okay, once again, here is our cooking area. We do have the light above us on right now because it is pretty dark. Some people like to cook the burger portion of a Burgerdilla or whatever. They'll cook it first and they'll use that oil in here so they don't have to add any butter or fat or anything like that, or olive oil. But this is not really considered maybe a low caloric one. Calories altogether, 110 for the tortillas, the cheese, 80 and 110 if we use a quarter cup. We can use about that. So a combined of maybe that. So maybe like 90 grams of carbs, 90 grams of calories. Then we're going to use burgers. These burgers here, of course, carbs will be 0, and calories is 330. So we're going to use 2 patties of this and all this. This would be like your full meal on this kind of a deal. Some people told me to get this. These are really, really good burgers. The problem with these are very, very tough when you cook these. If you cook a burger patty and you're just going to put a little cheese on top and eat it, you can just use the side of your fork. For example, if this was a fork, you just press down and slide it away. But this here, I found that I have to use almost like a steak knife to cut that. So that's a little different. So let's go ahead and make our first part. We're gonna have to do this. I was just about to go get a knife on that one. I made a match. So here we go. We will be making 2 quesadillas. This is gonna be pretty supreme, but these are so big. This one you have to cook them one at a time. We're not gonna just cook it and slide in a burger. Oh, and the ones that we're using here, of course, we're gonna use these. These are 4 grams. These seem to be one of the most popular. There are some that are lower in carbs. I do have some of those that came from Aldi, and they're 0 carb. Some people like the taste of these better. I do notice that these smell more like a traditional tortilla, whereas the ones from Aldi smell more like, I don't know, just not a regular tortilla. I mean, it smells more like something. I don't know. But we'll get a little butter and get started here. We'll use the same knife, limit all of our extras. And we're gonna put some butter on there. The butter doesn't have to be exactly, all over the place, because you can slide it around on there once it's in the pan, like this. And then we're gonna put our cheese. This would be kind of we'll put a little bit less mozzarella, a little bit more cheddar. This is kind of a 2 cheese quesadilla. And we're gonna make 2 of them. I could pause because once you see one, you'll know what's going on. With that, we'll put a little more mozzarella. And these don't have to be. Maybe you may like your quesadillas very crispy. Some like really crispy, brown on both sides, whatever. This one you don't have to do too much at first, because you're gonna cook them. You're gonna kind of cook them again. So we'll take the second tortilla and just move some of this around. Like I said, it doesn't have to be everywhere, because by the time we flip it and everything, it's going to be moved around quite a bit. Oh, we also have onions, so there's a little bit of carbs there. A little bit early. People say, how do I know when to turn them? I always asked that once before. I don't. It's just kind of a guess. I see if the cheese looks like it's starting to melt on here and I don't want to flip it, then that's when I'm going to do it. So this is the first one. This process is a little bit longer, so we could pause in between some things. I was going to cut the onion while this is cooking, but then well, now I'll just go ahead and do it this way. I'm trying to stay out of the thing. I get excited to cook, so I jump in front of the camera sometimes there. But I think you can see what's going on here. This is definitely not a rocket science. So we can just fold it now. Like I said, I mean, they don't have to be completely brown. So we'll do this side by itself, and then we'll give it like one flip and let it go. I may make a keto, like Big Mac kind of a thing. I'm not gonna make I won't make a full thing of. Can you see what's going on? I'm not gonna make a full batch of secret mac sauce, which is just a kind of a good quality, they say, for the like a Thousand Island. And I have made Thousand Island before, so if you want to see that, that is available on our low carb meals I make or something like that. Well, I go pretty brown on that side. It might be a little bit high in temperature, so I'm gonna turn down a little bit. So you got enough butter on there really for both sides. Let's do this way. Yeah, it's done. Okay, let's see if we do the switcheroo here without dropping anything. Whoop. And we can. So first one is done. Now we do have other shredded cheese. It doesn't have to be shredded cheese. I mean, if you just had slices of cheddar or whatever cheese you want to use, you can always just throw those on, cut them in pieces, and throw them on there, or just do them side by side so they cover the tortilla. By the time I put this away, these 2 cheeses, probably time to flip it. But we also had some Parmesan cheese, shredded Parmesan that we used. If you hadn't seen it the other day, we did a cheese bread. So if you want to see that, that's available as well. That's on the playlist, low carb meals I make. And then we also have the one that shows things we cook in the air fryer. This will be, of course, low carbs that I make, low carb meals I make, which are usually going to be the same kind of thing, like a fast, I forgot I have this, kind of a fast, quick and easy. And if I do use the air fryer, usually I'll put in both playlists, so it's easy to find. Both a low carb meal I make and things I make in my. Can you see the air fryer? Yeah, you can. Now you could, like I said, if you wanted to, you could cook this, make the burgers first, and then use that grease on here. These burgers aren't that big, these patties, so I could, if I wanted to, put it with, I could put it, you know, with a, the smaller tortillas, but I decided to use a larger one. Put a little more butter on there. This pan is one of those kind of copper ones that they advertise. I don't know if it's the same brand because someone gave it to me, so I don't know. Whoa! But it does have a little bit of problem with sticking, I think. I mean, not much of a problem. But it does have some, so I just add a little butter, knowing that it could be a little bit sticking. And we're going to do a little, we wouldn't season this too much because we're going to throw the onions in there too. But we can, here's a little garlic pepper we can put, maybe put a little bit of that on there. And we're not going to put onions on that piece, we're going to add onions. Now this would be a pretty big meal, so if you're not really hungry, you can also make this with just one patty versus two. And of course, you know, you do whatever you want, you know. So, but a lot of people will just make a quesadilla like this, and they'll open it and slap a patty in there, you know, or they'll cook the patty like this all the way through, cook that, and then just throw it on there. But we're making it a little bit different. I think a little bit better. So these patties are pretty thin, even though they're quarter pound. We all say pounder, like that's the term for it. But usually about maybe 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes on each side. You hear it sizzling. But I got these at grocery outlet, and I have to admit, when I got these, everybody was telling me these are really good, so I'm kind of excited to get them. But they're really, you know, it's gluten free, it's all natural, whatever. I just think the other ones are a little bit easier to cut with the with the fork. Not that I don't have a knife to use, but they're just a little bit tougher than the other ones that they sell there. So when we make these patties here, we could add some cheese to this. So we don't really need to, we got the cheese here. Some people say never sear the meat like this. Some people say only sear it once, like on one side. But like I said, you can do whatever you like. There's no rules. I guess the only rule would be that you're going to make a burger and a dia, and a burgerdilla, quesadilla, burgerdilla. But like I said, if you just added some ham to your quesadilla, and it will taste kind of like a ham and cheese sandwich on a thinner bread. You get the beef tortillas versus bread. Or you can make a roast beef, like a beefadilla. You're just using the name. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grill the onions. Some people say we're using fried onions or grilled onions. I don't know if one is more correct than the other. But when you cook with grilled onions like this, and you're close to it, you're not doing a whole bunch of grilled onions, it sure smells good. Do you like grilled onions? Some people don't like onions at all. Some people only like grilled onions or onions in things. Kind of like me with tomatoes. I don't really like tomatoes, but I do like some kind of a pizza sauce or marinara. With this right here, if I was to make like more than just myself tonight, I had to do it in stages. You know, I'd do like 4 of these, and then put 4 patties. Or someone might want a 2 patty one. I mean, one patty. But you know, they have those griddles that go over the 2 burners. This top of this stove, the stove top, kind of gives some problems. I don't know how well that would be. It might be really easy. It might taste really good. Or it might be a problem. So I don't know. But this is almost done. As you can see, it's about 6:23 at night, so this will be dinner. Yeah, I think those should be done. You can have a little bit of the grease, or like I always say at McDonald's, I always say a little bit of the oil. But like I said, you're not going to really need to add cheese unless you wanted to. And you could add another kind of cheese on there maybe, or more of the same cheeses that you have on there. Like, it's totally up to you. Have you made a burgerdilla before? Or it's a regular quesadilla? Some people have never made a quesadilla, but there's so many different varieties. I guess if you like fish, you can make maybe like a salmon dia or something. I don't know. This is real. The cleanup on this is pretty easy because we just got one pan. I've already cleaned off the knife for the chopping of the onions. Oop. See, it's pretty thick. He's like, don't come to eat if you're not hungry. And like I said in some of the earlier videos, I'll use the grease and give it to the dog, but this has onion on it, so I will not, because dogs aren't so onion. But that's what it looks like. The burgerdilla, the famous burgerdilla. I'll go pause this. And that's what it looks like. A 2-patty, 2 quesadilla, burgerdilla supreme. The burgerdilla supreme. Don't forget, please, let's start the new year off right. Please like the video. Do you like this? Do you like that? Please like. Please share. Please subscribe. And give me your comments. Do you like cooking? Do you like cooking on the stovetop? Do you like making this kind of thing? Now, I could have used the air fryer to make the patties. I could probably use the air fryer to do everything. Put the cheese on the quesadilla, put it on there. Except for, I don't know, the grilled onions might not come out really good, but this is taste really good. If you want to know how it tastes, put it in the comment section. I'll let you know. Take care, everyone. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Bye-bye.